Big Three.
From the Dash Radio headquarters here in Hollywood, California, I'm your friend Tattoo, and this is all about the Big Three. Of course, I can't do it without my co-host, director of Big Three Fireball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott. T, how you doing this afternoon, brother?
Man, you know, it's always great to talk Fireball 3, especially this time of the year when things are winding down. You had some incredible games, week 9. We're going into the championship, man. I'm just hyped, man. I'm ready to go.
Yo, man, let's get right into it, Thomas, man. We were in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful arena, man. A shout out to all the fans that came out. It was massive, man. I mean, from the fans to the players, to the celebrities. It was just an incredible time in Tampa, Florida. Now, first of all, man, I want to thank all the fans for coming out, having a great time, enjoying those playoffs, and talk about why these fans were so hyped for these playoffs. The games were nail freaking biters, Thomas.
Yes, man. And you know what? I agree. I think we got to get back to Tampa next year. I think we need to put them on the calendar. They showed us so much love, man. The energy was electric. And the guys fed off of the fans' energy. I mean, we started out with Trilogy going up against Aliens. You know, Trilogy's just been coming in hot. And Isaiah Briscoe and Earl Clark is just being a great tag team, and Amir Johnson just being a guy to clean up and do the dirty work. A lot goes unnoticed with him, but he shows some athleticism. But Trilogy just got off to a great start. I thought they were going to run away with it. But Aliens, man, they fought back. They cut it down. Doosan hits a big 4 to bring them close into the game. It was neck and neck, and then Trilogy seals the deal with Earl Clark's big 3. You know, they're going back to the finals, man. Stack Jack is excited. The guys are just excited. They got their rings before the game.
Oh, man, those beautiful rings. Did you see all that ice on those rings, T?
Yeah, man, those rings were incredible. I think that was a little bit of more fire and encouragement to get another one right before the playoffs. They look beautiful. Amir Johnson showed me his.
It was like giving them a shot of adrenaline, man. Those rings, like, put a shot in them and said, yo, we can't lose. We just got our rings. We can go back to back. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Steven Jackson's strategy of how he coaches that team, knowing the rules of the Big Three, knowing how to play Fireball 3, being down since season 1 all the way to season 5. That's why he's winning these games. He knows when to hit that bring the fire. He knows how to get in these players' heads, and he knows how to coach his team, man. Shout outs to Stack 5.
And, you know, he looks good doing it. He's always coming fly to the games. But also I thought was that he had his ring on the whole game as he coached. So I think that kind of gave a little extra motivation. And then also I think an unsung hero for Trilogy is James White, the guy that has the most wins, championships in the Big Three, and has another chance to win another ring. I mean, let's look at what's at stake for them, man. They're going to the finals. They have a chance to be the Big Three's first dynasty. You got Flight White that may have a chance to win 3 rings, a chance for Trilogy to go back to back. But what he does, even though he doesn't get a lot of minutes, he hits big shots. He's always in Steven Jackson's ear about when to bring the fire. Hey, so-and-so has 3 fouls. Hey,
that's right.
Put me in right here. Hey, Briscoe, be good. Be cool, man.
Yeah,
he got 3.
He's being a captain.
Yeah.
Right. So he knows how to be a captain. He's being a true captain.
And I think his experience just goes so far for them, helps them get over the hump, and then his chill demeanor in practice and delivering what they need to do to win. I think he kind of goes unnoticed in this league, but, I mean, he's one of the best winners this league has ever seen. And so we got to give them a lot of credit, but also Aliens, man. I mean, they had a great season. I loved what Doosan brought to the table last game. Carlos Las Manis got them off to a great start. Rick Mahorn was up for Coach of the Year. But, man, just not enough at the end. You got to give them a lot of credit because these guys have come in without, you know, NBA experience, but competed all the way to get to the playoffs and gave Trilogy, the champs, a run for their money. So shout out to Aliens.
Yo, Thomas, I'm going to say this one more time and we can move on to game 2, man. Earl Clark. He's like a Greek god. His body, man. He's like a freaking statue, this guy, man. And I'm going to say that one more time before they go into that championship game, man. Shout out to Earl Clark, man.
I think he's the best two-way player the Big Three has ever had this year.
All right, Thomas. Then it went down. Power and three-headed monsters.
I mean, honestly, a lot of people were asking me, who you got in this one? I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I want to see how this is going to play out. You know, for some reason, I thought it was going to be a good chance that three-headed monsters gets a chance to kind of avenge the loss against Trilogy, which they have so much history with Trilogy, not good history, but I thought they had a chance. But, you know, you can never underestimate Power, Nancy Lieberman, how she gets their team ready for battle. Katino Mobley's leadership, another guy that's won the championship in the Big Three, has another chance to win another one as he's getting older. You know, this one would be so much for him. But, man, Glenn Rice Jr., he's just incredible. I think, you know, this guy is coming in with this young energy that can just do it all. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit for his passing ability. He's never afraid of any moment.
Can we put Glenn Rice Jr. up there as I mean, right neck to neck with Kevin Murphy as far as MVP of the season goes, man? If he goes and wins this champ, look at what he did to even help his team get to the championship, man. Glenn Rice has changed my mind as far as MVP of the league in a matter of 3 games. He has completely changed my views, my thoughts of who should be MVP of the Big Three Fireball League. And that's why this league is so great, Thomas. In 1 or 2 games, you can change everything.
Exactly, man. And you can't look at it on paper and just say this team's going to win, man. These guys got to come in there and prove it. And at the end of the day, man, Glenn Rice came into this league at the last minute, right? I would say 3 days before the draft. Tat. And then he comes in, he's the #1 pick of the Big Three, and he's leading this team to the finals. I mean, it's just incredible for me to just see how these things happen. A lot of people don't know how these guys get involved, but then to see what he's taken this opportunity to. And it was just awesome to see Glenn Rice Sr. be at the game to support his son courtside, and for him to just be able to be composed. You know, he has a little bit of a reputation to be volatile, but to be composed and pay attention to the task at hand, not letting his team down, getting to the rim.
And it was neck to neck. We were down, you know, three-headed monsters up, power up, three-headed monsters up, power up, back to back to back to back to back. It stayed 1 point deficit through the whole game.
It was incredible, Tad. And then it just came down to a big shot by Glenn Rice at the end. I saw Nancy Lieberman throw her playbook in the sky, and the marker went up. They just knew it was good. They ran in. They had a great embrace. It was incredible.
Oh, man.
That team is excited. They're a tight-knit group. TJ
I'm so
Klein.
happy. You know what, man? I love three-headed monsters. But I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm just so happy for Power also. No matter what, man. Three-headed monsters had a great season. I love all my dudes with the three-headed monsters, but I'm also just so happy and so proud of Power, man. How they came.
Exactly.
You know, they had a slow start this season, and then they just finished so strong. Incredible season for Power, man.
Yeah, would they win 4 in a row? I mean, they were on the brink of being eliminated from the season. They win 4 in a row to get to the playoffs, and now they got to win one more big one. So, I mean, I agree. Shout out to Power, man, and the way they got it done, but also three-headed monsters. You know, they had an incredible season, a little bit of ups and downs in terms of, you know, personnel. Rashard Lewis missing some weeks, but Kevin Murphy, Reggie Theus, who I think is a coach of the year, in my opinion, just having the best record in the league and finding a way to get back to the promised land. I thought they had a great strategy. You know, one missed layup makes a difference. One big play by another team makes a difference. And I think that's what it came down to for three-headed monsters, is just Power made a bigger play down the stretch when they really needed it. So, hey, man, this is the Big Three. You know how it goes.
Now, we just gave you a breakdown of the 2022 Big Three playoffs. And if you'd like to see that preview to the 2022 Big Three championship, make sure you're logged on right here on our Big Three YouTube, our Big Three streaming networks, because Thomas and I are going to break it down for you later on this week. All right, Thomas, man, thank you so much for this incredible breakdown of the playoffs, onto the championship, onto Atlanta. This is Big Three Fireball.
Big Three.